is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 46. And thou, Asia, that art the partaker of the hope of Babylon, and of the glory of a person. Woe be unto thee, thou wretched, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please the glory of thy lovers, which always desire to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, famine, poverty, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
All right, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who has taught us this truth. And salutation to the hopeful elect out there laboring truth and sincerity in four corners of the earth, understanding and the banner of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is a portion of the GMS Boston camp. This is the brother Karab.
With the brother Zion.
Yeah, we just here to touch on a quick lesson pertaining to this article. Because you see now there's an outbreak that's taking place in China. But now, rumor has it, that it's now touched America. All right, it's in Washington State as we speak, and there's one. I guess it's one man that has attracted that virus. All right, but then it's showing you that the pestilence is gonna touch the whole earth. All right, these things is gonna cover the whole earth as we speak. You know, pertaining unto prophecy. All right.
Right, Con. Yeah, so, this isn't going to be long. We're going to go into a couple of precepts, and just close it out. And basically, the reason why the things that are happening on the earth today, the reason why these calamities, these troubles, these wars, these earthquakes, they're happening because primarily the people that were set up to rule the earth, and those people, the Israelites, they're not in power. And in the book, which gives us the laws, the do's and the don'ts, is being casted to the side. All right, so we're just gonna go right to the law real quick. You go to the book that we're talking about. There's do's and there's don'ts, and there's consequences for not following these laws. There's unclean foods, there's clean foods. You eat these unclean foods like swine, and which causes high blood pressure and diabetes and all these diseases and whatnot. Adultery, it causes problems. There's another problem that leads to another problem, and just again going into why we need to be set up. This is Leviticus chapter 11. I'll start at 13. And these are they which shall have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination: the eagle, and the ossifrage, the osprey, and the vulture, and the kite of his kind, and every raven of his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuck, and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant of the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gear eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, the lapwing, and the bat. So when you go into this article, which I'm gonna read, I read this article, you're gonna see that these damn gooks, these damn nasty Moabites, they're making bat soup, right? And that's a goddamn abomination. It's an unclean bird, meaning a lot of these birds, they're vultures. All right, so you'll see a dead corpse. Some of these birds will see a dead corpse, and they'll munch on that corpse. They're not chewing grass, which is nourishable for you. And then within these corpses, there's all kind of shit, man. Rabies, all kind of diseases.
That's right.
All right, and this is the reason why the Lord said, look, you don't eat these things, okay? So now, these bats are carrying old ancient diseases, and you get to eating it. What are you gonna do? Okay, so I'll read this article a little bit. This is from RT. It says, did patient zero really catch new Chinese virus by eating infected bat soup? It's actually perfectly possible. This is from Peter Andrews. Again, this is from RT News. Is an Irish science journalist and writer based in London. He has a background in the life sciences and a graduate from the University of Glasgow with a degree in genetics. A group of Chinese scientists today reported that it is the likely source of a deadly 2019 NOCOV virus is snakes, based on genetic analysis. However, grisly images from a Chinese restaurant suggest bats may be on the menu, because when you go into what those things eat, they eat each other. Their findings were fast tracked to publication yesterday in the Journal of Medical Virology, a report that infected people were exposed to the virus wildlife species at the market, where live poultry, seafood, bats, and snakes, among others, were present. The detailed genetic analysis of 2019 NCOV revealed that it is a new strand which seems to be a mixture of two other coronaviruses, one of which is from bats and the other from an unknown strand. The group presented evidence that the last place the virus resided before hitting humans was a snake species, based on certain biological makers in the virus's surface proteins. These proteins are what allow viruses to invade host cells, and mutated form and the mutated form is allowing 2019 NCOV to easily attack human cells.
That's showing you, man. This is a prime example on why the laws, of Yahweh Shemel Shah rule supreme. Because look what happened. Anything outside of the law is death, and this is what's taking place. You have these Moabites eating all manners of abomination, and they're not taking in consideration the what can possibly come from it. And now look, now you have them eaten from a strain of which is come from the snakes, but now he said it's mutated. Now it is cleaving onto to the humans. All right, so now this is something bigger than what they thought could never happen, because they sell it in their stores and their restaurants as if it's a normal dish. But this is a big problem. Hence why the children of Israel need to go back into rulership, pertaining to Proverbs 29:2. If I can get that real quick, Baba. All right.
Yeah, in the day, you gooks don't have no business in power. You gooks don't have no business being in authority over menus, making foods, or just even ruling. The Heavenly Father is showing us the elect, out around our desire. We're part of that number. Basically a world that's ruled by you goddamn heathens, and this is what you guys do to it.
This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Yeah,
right?
Bat soup.
That soup, but mainly the righteous, when the righteous rule, they're going to rule by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Scripture says, let all things be done indecently in order, all right? And the laws is there to establish order, all right? Showing you that's how the people's going to rejoice, because everything's going to be working in perfect harmony and done properly by way of the law. But now you have these gooks, pushing abomination. But not just only them, you also have Esau Edom pushing that. You all have all these heathens pushing the abomination and abominable foods, and hence why you're going to have a major problem upon the earth. And once again, it's the pestilence and the plagues that are just coming upon the earth, to do its work. All right,
calm, bro.
Yeah. So want to get another precept.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. All right. I'm going to start at verse 1. This is Isaiah 2:1. The word of Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above all hills, and all nations shall flow unto it, And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, that the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. So when the Lord comes back, He's gonna set up the elect, all right, the cream of the crop of Yasharallah as judges and priests and kings and rulers over the nation and the laws of the land. People will come up to Jerusalem to learn the laws of the land. You know, they'll learn out of the scriptures, out of the Holy Bible. You know, and just like other nations come here from all across the world, especially primarily here in Boston and Babylon. There are a lot of prestige schools here. Harvard is one of them. MIT is another one. They come from all around the world to learn different things of this world. When we get set up, you know, they're going to learn righteousness.
That's right.
You know?
And you're not going to have any abomination being served in the kingdom. You're not going to have, men laying with mankind as they live with womankind. You know, you're not going to have these things. You know, that's going to be done away with. All right, but just showing you, like, this is what happened when you have a wicked ruler and you have wicked people and you living outside of the law. Because they was not given the law. It was only given to the children of Israel. But even with the children of Israel having the law, it's showing you that this is how the world was still structured based on the law, based on the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, how he set it up. So now, would you think that these heathens are exempt on how to go about it? You know, by them eating these abominations, it's still going to cause these diseases and these pestilence to grow. By them doing these wicked acts, it's still going to be a judgment and reward according to their works. All right, just showing you, you know, this is what's going to take place if you don't have law and you live outside the law. All right.
God. Hey, so with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles. And peace, love, and salutations to the Bayafta Wadah. Till next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.